Strategy games are not just about clicking fast or moving units around a map. They're about outthinking your enemy, building empires, and proving that your brain is your most powerful weapon. And in 2025, the genre is at its peak, with new masterpieces, legendary franchises returning, and hidden gems that deserve your attention. By the way, you're watching Playverse Gaming. If you love discovering the best games worth playing right now, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll never miss our top gaming picks. Now, let's get into the 10 best strategy games you can play in 2025.
Civilization VII. Civilization is a franchise that needs no introduction, and Civilization VII has completely raised the bar for the series. Released with refined mechanics and a brand new diplomacy system, the game doesn't just let you build empires, it makes you feel like you're writing the history of humanity itself. Every decision matters, from the government type you choose, to the leaders you ally with, to the wars you wage. One of the biggest new features is the dynamic culture system, where civilizations evolve more naturally depending on geography, neighbors, and even climate. That means no two campaigns feel the same. Add in the stunning visuals, more intuitive city building, and smarter AI that finally gives veterans a real challenge, and you've got the ultimate just one more turn experience. Civilization VII is truly the definition of a game that eats up your hours without you even realizing it. Perfect for both longtime fans and newcomers to the series.
Commandos Origins. If you love tactical stealth and high-stakes strategy, Commandos Origins is exactly what you've been waiting for. This is a reboot of the classic real-time tactics franchise that defined the late 90s and early 2000s. The game takes you back to the very beginning of the Commandos squad, showing how these legendary soldiers came together during World War II. Each mission is handcrafted with multiple ways to approach it, sneaking past guards, setting up traps, or going loud if you really have no choice. What makes Origins so good is how faithful it feels to the original games, while still modernizing the controls and visuals. You have to think several steps ahead, manage multiple characters at once, and use their unique abilities to perfection. And when everything clicks and your plan works flawlessly, there's no better feeling. It's challenging, it's rewarding, and it proves that old-school tactical strategy still has a place in 2025.
Fast and precise. That's how we strike.
You're nuts if you think the three of us are enough to pull this off.
If we want to win the war, we don't have a choice.
Crusader Kings III. Few games make you feel as powerful and distressed as Crusader Kings III. This is not just a strategy game, it's a medieval life simulator, where politics, dynasties, and drama take center stage. At its core, you're not just managing a kingdom, you're managing a family. Every ruler, every heir, every noble has their own personality traits, ambitions, and grudges. Marriages can form alliances or ruin everything. Assassinations can solve problems or create even bigger ones. The beauty of CK3 is in the stories it creates. Maybe you'll rise to power as a wise and just king, or maybe you'll become infamous as a ruthless tyrant. Maybe your empire will fall apart because your heir is lazy, greedy, or just plain incompetent. With its deep systems, endless replayability, and constant updates from Paradox, Crusader Kings III remains one of the most addictive strategy experiences available right now.
Shall be built with weddings, not warriors. Daggers, not
People are starving.
Frostpunk 2 was already known as one of the most brutal city builders ever, and Frostpunk 2 takes that to another level. Set in a frozen apocalypse, the game challenges you to lead your people through starvation, political tension, and environmental collapse. This time, it's not just about surviving the cold, it's about building an actual society. You'll make tough moral choices, like whether to exploit resources at the cost of your people's health, or enforce strict laws to keep order. every decision feels heavy because every mistake means lives lost. The graphics are stunning, the atmosphere is haunting, and the stakes are higher than ever. If you want a strategy game that tests not just your skills, but your morality, Frostpunk 2 is one of the most impactful games you can play in 2025.
The city was not. With my father's passing, the next chapter waits to be written.
Anno 1800. If you love the idea of building massive industrial cities and managing trade routes across the seas, Anno 1800 is a masterpiece. Despite being out for a while, its expansions and updates have kept it fresh, and it remains one of the most polished city-building strategy games in 2025. The 19th century industrial setting is absolutely gorgeous, with detailed factories, bustling docks, and dynamic economies. You're not just building cities, you're shaping the rise of global trade, balancing supply chains, and competing with rivals. The satisfaction of watching your empire grow from a small trading port to a massive industrial powerhouse is unmatched. And the game gives you so much freedom in how you want to play, whether you focus on aesthetics, economy, or domination. Anno 1800 proves that strategy games don't always need to be about war. Sometimes the biggest challenge is running a thriving empire without collapsing under your own ambition.
To start with, let's figure out which way our harbor is going to face.
Undisputed paradise.
Tropico 6. If you've ever dreamed of ruling a tropical island as a dictator, with a mix of humor, politics, and bananas, Tropico 6 is the game for you. This game is less about strict survival and more about style and personality. You play as El Presidente, balancing the needs of your people with the pressure of superpowers around the world. Will you be a beloved leader or a ruthless tyrant? That's entirely up to you. The beauty of Tropico 6 is its mix of deep city-building mechanics with light-hearted satire. The commentary on politics, corruption, and leadership feels sharp but also funny, making it one of the most entertaining strategy games out there. And with its endless customization, scenarios, and sandbox freedom, Tropico 6 still shines as a must-play in 2025.
I will make Tropico even greater and even better.
Go there and get the town up and running.
Stronghold Definitive Edition. For fans of classic castle building and medieval warfare, Stronghold Definitive Edition is a nostalgic but modernized gem. This edition brings back the beloved gameplay of the original Stronghold series, but with improved visuals, refined controls, and quality of life upgrades. You'll once again be tasked with building mighty castles, defending them from sieges, and managing the daily lives of your villagers. Food, resources, morale, everything needs careful planning. And when the enemy army comes knocking, your defenses better be ready. What's special about Stronghold is how it mixes city building with real-time combat. It's not just about war, it's about building a functioning medieval society that can thrive and defend itself. For strategy fans who love both nostalgia and depth, Stronghold Definitive Edition is an absolute treat.
Step into my lair and get ready to meet your maker.
We have one final piece of knowledge to impart to you. The secret of boiling pitch.
Manor Lords is one of the most exciting indie strategy titles of recent years, and it has blown away expectations. This game puts you in charge of a medieval settlement, focusing on realism and immersion rather than flashy battles. Every house, farm, and market you build feels grounded and handcrafted. The villagers aren't just numbers, they're individuals with lives, families, and routines. That makes your town feel alive in a way most city builders don't capture. But it's not just about peaceful building. Manor Lords also includes large-scale battles, letting you command armies on the field in true Total War style. This balance of cozy settlement building and epic warfare makes it stand out. It's one of those games that shows how indie developers can compete with AAA studios when passion and detail are put first.
Dustfront. A newer entry in the genre, Dustfront brings a post-apocalyptic twist to real-time strategy. Instead of medieval castles or futuristic space battles, you're surviving in a world ravaged by war and dust storms. You'll scavenge resources, build fortified settlements, and defend against raiders while trying to keep your people alive. The harsh environment constantly forces you to adapt. Sometimes the weather itself is as dangerous as your enemies. What's great about Dustfront is its atmosphere and tension. Every battle feels desperate, every victory feels earned, and the challenge of survival never goes away. For players looking for something different from the usual fantasy or historical settings, Dustfront is a fresh and thrilling experience.
Foundation. Finally, we have Foundation, a city-building strategy game with a focus on creativity and organic growth. Unlike many others in the genre, Foundation avoids grids and rigid layouts. Instead, your medieval city grows naturally based on terrain, resources, and player choice. The result is settlements that look unique and realistic every time you play. Watching your little village turn into a bustling medieval city feels incredibly satisfying. It's not just about looks, though. Managing resources, trade, and expansion requires careful planning. Plus, the developers are constantly updating the game, keeping it fresh in 2025. Foundation is perfect for players who want a relaxing but deep strategy experience where beauty and function come together seamlessly.
And there you have it, 10 of the best strategy games you can play right now in 2025. From building empires that last centuries, to surviving frozen wastelands, to ruling tropical islands with style, these games prove why strategy remains one of the most rewarding genres in gaming. Which of these games are you playing this year? And which one do you think deserves the title of the best strategy game of 2025? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this list, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because we've got more amazing gaming content coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.